Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. So, yeah, we're just going to see what comes through. I'm going to give time for people to join, so just bear with me for a minute or two whilst we wait until 12 o'clock basically. So I know that the time for this Saturday live keeps changing, and it's because we're trying to like trial a few different times to see what works best with you guys. You know, I want to make sure that we can try and like accommodate everyone based off like whatever time zone they're in. So we thought we'd do something a little bit earlier today. I know it's going to be late in Australia and really early in America, but we know we're seeing if there's a time when maybe we can try and accommodate more people. So just bear with us, and also, you know, let us know what time works best for you. It'd be really useful if we knew, you know, just where you're from or what your time zone is, just so we can see kind of like my audience, you know, what time would work best for you guys, because at the end of the day I want to make sure that, you know, it is serving you. So before we begin, I want to let you all know that my new deck is now for sale. I'm actually not sure if I've got the link below to my Etsy store because it's quite new. Let me just double check. Okay, no, so I'm going to change the link below to my Etsy store, and that's where you can buy my deck. So after this reading, I'll make sure that that link is in the description box. So this is my Spirit Says deck, and I'm really excited to use it today. So basically, you know, whatever your question is, you can shuffle this deck, get an answer. I'll show you guys how it works in this reading because we are going to use it. So we've had a full moon this week, and Mercury goes retrograde today. So I hope everyone is ready. You know, for the next couple of weeks, just try to slow down a little bit. Don't overthink Mercury retrograde. I think sometimes we can make things worse for ourselves because we have this mindset of, oh my God, Mercury's retrograde, it's going to be a disaster. And it's not. You know, as long as we can slow down and move with the pace of Mercury retrograde, you know, giving us time to reflect before we act. Maybe even just have like a couple of weeks just of planning and preparation. You know, it's a good time to like rethink, reevaluate all those RE words. Even renew, you know, maybe there's something that you started a while ago and you gave up. You know, this is a perfect time to renew old projects. So if you've got things that, you know, maybe you've not completed, rather than starting something new, pick up something that you've put to one side and give that another shot, because it might be something that, you know, this time you can get to the end with it. Okay, so yeah, it's 7 a.m. in Florida, 6 a.m. in Chicago. I can't believe you guys are up so early. I feel bad if you've got out of bed just for this. Thank you, Julie. Oh, thank you so much for the Inspired Bunny. I hope, you know, you two are really, really happy, and I'm glad that I could help. Okay, so it's 1 minute past 12. And my Aries moon is impatient, so we're just going to get stuck straight in. Do you know what? I am feeling a little bit romantic this morning, so why not? Let's start with the romance angels. We have calling in your soulmate. So yeah, this is really reminding us to stay optimistic, to focus on our mindset. You know, where are we manifesting maybe separation? Where are we overthinking things and creating scenarios in our mind which is causing us, you know, anxiety or maybe even depression? So it's important that you stay optimistic, that you visualize happy thoughts. You know, imagine yourself in a few months' time really happy and settled, and feel that feeling as if it's happening now. You know, that is the key to manifesting. That is how the law of attraction works, or one of the ways, you know, which you can help work the law of attraction in your favor is by imagining whatever you want to happen as if it is happening right now. Now, you know, do this in whatever works for you. Like, if it's someone who you're thinking about, then, you know, imagine you and them in like a really, really good place. Just stay optimistic and hopeful, because that is how you call in your soulmate here. Now, I don't know why, but I am being guided to do like a divine feminine, divine masculine reading today, so we will start with that. you know, Divine Feminines, that's where you're at right now. You're starting to use affirmations maybe, or you're being guided towards that. You're shifting your mindset so that you can start to attract someone. Now, some of you, I'm going to say it because I'm feeling it, and it's confirmed with this new love on the bottom. Some of you are perhaps maybe feeling a little bit done with your connection, and maybe you're trying to manifest a new love, or maybe you're starting to like explore that option and think about that. For those of you who are in that situation, I just want to confirm that that is okay to do. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on this fear that if you start to think about like a new love, then maybe this person from the past won't come back. Now, that's not how, you know, things work. I really feel that if someone right now is apart from you and, you know, you're in some kind of separation, then it's really healthy. You know, if you want to explore new relationships, and that is, you know, so healthy to do. You don't have to at all. But, you know, if that's something that you want to do, if you want to go on dates, if you want to connect with new people, or maybe even, you know, try and attract a soulmate, then it is so safe for you to do that. In the same breath, if you don't want to do that, and, you know, you are in separation, you know, you're kind of like wanting that person to come back, then you don't have to date other people, but just be mindful of, you know, how happy are you in this situation, and making sure that you are staying grounded and you're not waiting for that person to come back, because it's that waiting which causes stagnation in our lives and kind of blocks us from moving forwards in all areas of our life. Now, the Divine Masculine here with finances and career, it feels like they're really wanting to focus on their material world. And I want to say again, because, you know, we've experienced this a lot, where every time I do these kind of reasons, the Divine Masculines are very focused on finances, on career, on material possessions. But right now it does seem that there's like a bit of an issue in their material world. So I'm going to get one card for what's happening between you both. Then we're going to start with the tarot. So let's see what's happening between you both right now. That flew out. Let go of control issues. So you are both being guided to, you know, not try and control or force their connection, which is why I say, Divine Feminines, you know, it's important that you stay optimistic without having like that attachment to the outcome here. You know, that's why I said if you are waiting for someone to come back from the past, then make sure you're not stagnating. You know, make sure you're not kind of like trying to force things or push something to happen. Just let it happen. You know, if someone wants to be with you, they will be with you. It's as simple as that. You know, I really do believe that. If someone really wants to be in a relationship with you, then they will make sure that they overcome whatever obstacles they've got in their life to be with you. That's my personal belief. You know, so just notice this person's behaviour. I've been doing quite a lot of that this week on Instagram, just trying to guide you all to, you know, accept that, yeah, you might share this like connection with someone, but also ensure that you're staying grounded and you are looking at the situation and you have I don't know, like a more detached focus, I suppose, so that you can continue to focus on yourself. So let us get stuck in with the tarot. So let us see overall where we're at right now. Yeah, Divine Feminines, it's really important that, you know, you are focusing on that self-love. The Page of Cups to me, it's always a card of, you know, self-love, inner child work, making sure that you're giving enough to yourself and not giving to, you know, other people too much. And this doesn't even have to be your counterpart, you know, making sure that you're you know, not over giving to friends or to relatives, or maybe to your current partner if you're in a relationship. Just ensuring that you always try to fill your own cup up first, because once we fill our cup up, we can then share with others without it draining us. But if our cup isn't full, then, you know, it's really hard to give to other people. We'll end up feeling drained. So you're being guided right now to focus on that self-love. And meanwhile, we have the Divine Masculines here with this Four of Swords. It feels like they're actually getting ready for something here, and maybe your intuition has been guiding you towards that. I know intuitively I've been feeling this big shift. Like, I don't know why, it's just been the last couple of weeks, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've just felt something big brewing behind the scenes, and it's not really been clear to me what that was. And that's okay, you know, I'm not going to try and force answers if they don't want to be revealed to me. But it's important that we acknowledge that energetic shift that we can all feel taking place. You know, if you're starting to see signs and synchronicities, I'm getting lots of like communication coming through, but in unlikely forms. So maybe you're watching TV and an advert comes on, it says like, I'm coming home, or, you know, a big shift or a big change, and that is like some kind of communication from your guides to say, look, your intuition is correct, like something big is taking place. So just pay attention to that, pay attention to those thoughts and stuff and the signs. Look, you can't make this up. I hope you guys can see me when I shuffle. I'm trying to shuffle on camera. The Four of Wands just flipped there. So yeah, between you both, you're preparing for some kind of stability here. 2 fours. Now, fours to me are all about foundations, but personally, fours to me are about things going on behind the scenes, things that we can't see. So whenever I see the number 444, I know that something big is going on, and I can start to look forward to something changing, but I might not actually see it just yet. So 444, it's one of my favourite numbers. It's like a surprise is coming. So there does seem to be this surprise coming really, really soon here. And with the Four of Wands, it's going to be really stable, really secure. You're going to have a lot to celebrate. But it is important that you do let this unfold naturally. Some of you might be trying to force a union with another person or force that next step in your relationship. You know, try to just let it flow, you know, let it happen. Don't try and control the situation. Don't try and change or control this other person, your counterpart, because it's only going to make you quite frustrated. So we'll see what else we can expect to see or what else is going on here. Yeah, there's a few of you who have said, you know, you've been feeling that shift. You know, acknowledge that, you know, really embrace that energy. You know, it's important that we maintain our like belief in magic and miracles. You know, in order to attract a miracle, you've got to believe in that miracle. It's like if you make a wish but you don't really believe it can happen, you're already creating blocks. I'm not going to say that it won't happen, but it definitely adds that like layer of resistance to what you're trying to attract. So, you know, use the affirmation, I am open to receiving miracles. You know, last year I used that one a lot. You know, in fact, I actually used the affirmation, I expect miracles, because I was saying not only am I open to it, I actually expect miracles to happen for me. You know, so you're in that mindset of like, yeah, I am so powerful. I am attracting like abundance and prosperity and love and whatever those miracles you know, are about. But just having that mindset of actually not only being open to it, but actually expecting that it is going to happen, like believing that it will. You know, it's really, really crucial here. Now this Eight of Pentacles, someone here is working on a message. That's what I'm picking up straight away. Someone here is working on a letter, a message to you, some kind of communication. It feels more like a letter though, like this feels very old-fashioned, but someone here might actually be writing you a letter. 10 of Wands. Interesting how when I said about the adverts and I got I'm coming home, that was the first thing that came to me. And if you look at this 10 of Wands, hopefully you guys can see it well there, but the way this figure is carrying all these burdens, but look how close he is to this castle. Someone is coming home to you. Someone is preparing for this big, big shift. It's like this person is really, really close to either reaching out or maybe asking for this next step. They're just showing me, are they called travelators? You know, when you go to the airport and you have them like flat escalators, that's what I'm being shown. Like this person just getting on one of them and it's just moving forwards. It's like this person actually can't get off if they tried, if you get me. You know, they are just naturally moving forwards with you or towards you. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles here. This feels very like twin flamey, very like high vibration soulmate as well. It's someone who you share a very strong past life connection to, but you also you also are very aligned with each other right now. You know, this is someone who is aligned with you. You know, and sometimes we are in maybe like separation, or maybe we're not seeing that shift in our love life, and it might very well be because we are not aligned with what we want. So that's why it's important that, you know, you use prayer, affirmations and visualizations to raise your vibration, because then you become aligned with what you're actually trying to manifest, and that is when, you know, it all just unlocks, and you just find that, you know, you are manifesting that because your vibration is attracting that vibration. But yeah, someone here is planning a letter. It's like written communication. If it's a text, I'm just seeing this person typing it out in their notes. It's like they've written it and written it and written it, and like so many drafts here. They've gone over their words a lot. King of Cups, there you go. There is this person, yeah, and look, we have the Empress on the bottom. You might not even see this coming right now. It does feel like a big surprise. You know, it's like it isn't being revealed to you just yet. Yeah, look, it's unlikely. It's not being shown to you just yet. You know, and I feel like this is your mindset. Some of you are already in this mindset of like, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to get another card and then I'll read these for you. Okay, so right now what we have is the Divine Masculine's kind of thinking, is this going to happen? You know, the fact that the Empress was on the bottom, this shows that, you know, they want to offer this love. They want to be able to reach out to their Divine Feminine or create that next shift in this connection. But because the Empress was underneath the deck, it's really like the Divine Masculine doesn't feel able to get through to her right now. He's not sure if she's on the same page, if she even wants this anymore. You know, perhaps some of you are starting to call in a soulmate or a new person into your life. And this person who you've been connected to or you are connected to is wondering, am I still important? You know, does my Empress here still want me? You know, and right now their mindset probably is like, it is unlikely. But at the same time, it's now or never, and don't be scared. So even though they're thinking, you know, maybe they don't want me anymore, it might even be that they come in because perhaps they just need to. You know, this Four of Swords, it's like they've been resting for so long that they're realizing, you know, it probably is unlikely that my Divine Feminine here wants to reconnect with me, but at the same time, I've got to do something. It is now or never because something is shifting. I feel for the majority, the Divine Feminines here seem to be kind of like detaching on a deeper level, you know, maybe trusting more in the connection and in the divine and trying to control the situation a lot less. And in the same breath, the Divine Masculines are starting to try and control this situation less because they're not necessarily resisting as much. Maybe they've been running from the connection in the same way that the Divine Feminine has been chasing or pursuing the connection or their counterpart. So now we have both of them letting go of this control. Divine Feminine stop chasing, Divine Masculine stop running. And it does seem to be now or never. That is their mindset here. They're trying to overcome some kind of fear so that they can reach out and make a move. Oh my God. Love, romance, and soulmates. There we go. So in the center of this whole situation, we do still have, you know, love being that central theme. There is something bringing you both back together. It's interesting because in my head I was saying, okay, what do the Divine Feminines need to know? And this card flew out, and you know, it really is saying, Divine Feminines, you need to know that your love life is improving. You are going to either be attracting this soulmate who you've been trying to call towards you, or there's going to be like a big shift in the connection that already exists. But with this romance card, you know, you can expect those changes to start unfolding. Okay, I really want this one. But yeah, look, it will be okay. You know, and I had this in yesterday's live on Sacred Space. You know, it's like whatever it is you're overthinking or worrying about right now, it is going to be okay. It's going to work out exactly as it's meant to. Look, absolutely yes. So whatever doubts you have on your mind right now, your Spirit's confirming, look, it is going to be fine. Not only is it going to be fine, it's actually going to be great. Even if maybe perhaps you feel like things are unlikely right now, it's, you know, what I said earlier, shift your mindset, start to expect miracles, start to, you know, open yourself up to love through the power of affirmations, and you will start to actually find that belief, find that faith anymore. Whatever it is that feels unlikely, it's going to change. You know, it's not. It's just your mindset is making you feel like this isn't going to happen. Divine Masculines are trying to overcome their fear. Divine Feminines, you're being asked to believe in love again. Some of you have lost your faith. You've completely lost faith that, you know, your love life is going to improve, or maybe you've lost faith in this connection, or even yourself. So if you are Divine Feminine watching this, you're being guided to find that faith again, to start believing in love and to start believing in you. And the more confidence that you have around this, the more you shift your mindset, this Divine Masculine will as well. You know, they will start to shift their mindset to, you know, out of this place of fear or lack. They already are realizing it is now or never. They feel like they're going to miss out on an opportunity if they don't act. I hope you're enjoying my new Spirit Says Oracle deck as well. Personally, this is my favourite deck I've ever made, or made so far. I am currently working on a couple of others, but I really enjoy this one. It's just so simple and easy to use. And it gives direct answers, you know. You ask a question, shuffle the deck, pull a card, and you've got an answer. Okay, we have Surrender. So this is exactly like that let go of control issues here. You know, you are being guided to make sure that, you know, you are surrendering on, you know, an even deeper level. Surrendering to the connection, but surrendering to, you know, your own emotions. This is more about reaching that place of release, of acceptance. Acceptance, as soon as I said that, I heard like a bell. So I do feel that is the key word here, is to accept the situation, to, you know, accept yourself. Some of you need to work on that self-acceptance as well. But we do have, between you both, this big, you know, release of control. These three just came out together, so I'm going to take them all. If you've recently felt quite emotional, because we've got this tears card here, you know, first of all, we had the full moon last week on the 28th, which was on Thursday. So the days before Thursday, and even like the days after, perhaps even still now, you might have been feeling a little bit emotional. Full moons often bring out emotions that we need to release, and it's important that we allow them to be felt, because when these emotions come up, we can ignore them and push them to one side, and I tell you what, they'll be coming up again. You know, all you've done is push them back in the box, but they're going to keep trying to burst out of this box because they want to be acknowledged. They want to be released as well. They don't want to be stuck in a box. These emotions want to be free. So, you know, you're guided to really let yourself feel that, you know, even if it feels painful, even if you need to cry, allow yourself to feel it, because then once you feel it, you can start to heal it, and then you can start to release it. Now, it does seem that those of you who have been purging a little bit and crying and feeling, you know, more emotionally vulnerable or sensitive, we do have that coming to an end. And now there's some kind of truth around commitment here. So I do see, you know, this message that I've been picking up on, this communication, it's going to be the truth. And the truth is, it's related to commitment, but we also have sex here. So I don't know if it's going to be like a sexual encounter, which brings about this conversation. Or perhaps like this person tells you what they want and then you celebrate by having sex. I don't know. But there's a lot of like romance and passion. You know, this is someone who is loyal to you, but also feeling very passionate about you. You have very, very strong sexual chemistry with this person. The kind of sexual chemistry that, you know, you might feel like that's once in a lifetime. It's like you two just constantly, I want to say like feeling each other, but I do not mean it like that. I mean like feeling each other's like attraction and passion. Let me just get a couple more. Guys, if you are interested in any of these decks as well, you know, you can buy them in my Etsy store. Like I said at the start of this, but you might have missed it. I will be posting the link in the description box below. It's not there at the moment, but I'll do it after this video. And you can buy the decks there. We have mirroring. So it's interesting because it's like both of you are actually on the same page, but maybe you feel disconnected because when you mirror someone, what you're doing is you pick up on like what they're feeling and thinking, and you kind of like start to do that as well. You know, every single person actually is our mirror. You know, we are always being shown parts of ourselves from another person. You know, we all have tendencies or qualities that maybe we like or even dislike. but you and your counterpart right now are mirroring each other very, very closely. So if you are in this mindset of, oh, it's not going to be okay, or fear or control, then this person is mirroring that too, you know. So it's important that you focus on the shifts you can make mentally, which is actually going to help improve this whole situation. I'm just going to get one more from this deck. There we go. Yeah, look, we have let go. And look, let go of control issues, and it's being brought out again. Let go. You know, you have to allow this situation to unfold naturally. I can tell you now, when you try and force a connection to come together, it won't happen. And if it does happen, it will be temporary. It will not last, because it's not come together from that place of like alignment. You know, if you're trying to force or control something, it's just not going to work out. You know, there's so many lessons to learn. Once you surrender and let go, that is when naturally you will attract a soulmate, or, you know, this person who you are already connected to. But either way, it'll be exactly what you want. I'm going to get 2 more of my Spirit Says cards. Is that 2? Okay. Yeah, look, ask a different question, and caution, we have already warned you. And that is exactly this message. You know, they keep coming out with the same message, not just in this reading, but in all readings. You know, if you watch like soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart readings, that message is recurring, that, you know, you have to surrender and let go. We've already told you this, and it's important that you focus on actually implementing these changes, because some of you maybe watch these readings and you're like, oh, well, it's been, you know, so many months or years and nothing has changed. Well, if nothing has changed in the situation, then something hasn't changed for you. You know, there's still something which needs adjusting. So you know what it is here. You know, surrender, let go of control, stop chasing, and start relaxing more and trusting. You know, maybe even, yeah, asking less questions about your counterpart. You know, not focusing so much on them, because the shifts occur from you. You create the shifts in your life. It's not about waiting for someone to give you this romantic offer. It's about you creating the opportunity for that to happen, sometimes by letting go, sometimes by, you know, letting go of those expectations about that particular person or situation, and then, you know, starting to visualize yourself being happy, being in love, using affirmations like, I am attracting the partner who is right for me. I am attracting my soulmate. You know, my soulmate loves me unconditionally. You know, using affirmations and visualizations like that. And what you're doing is you're creating that shift within yourself, and you will actually just attract what it is that you are. You know, even if that comes in the form of a new love. Either way, it's going to be something that makes you truly happy. Hi Jen, I was meant to message you and I forgot again. Thank you for joining us, even if it is really, really early. Okay, so let me get some messages from this person. We're going to use the Blunt Truth message cards. I'm focused on work. Yeah, look, I'm focused on work. This person right now, like I said, we had the finances and career that you can just see here. That's exactly what they're saying. They're saying, look, I'm focused on work right now. I'm very, I don't know, I picked up on like this struggle, but it doesn't feel heavy. It just feels like this person is maybe feeling this shift as well, and because they're scared, they're trying to look elsewhere. You know, sometimes when we feel like a big change coming in our lives, it is intimidating, and it's very easy to look at what we're familiar with. For example, this person here, you know, your divine counterpart, is feeling like, well, do you know what? I can control my work. That is one element of my life which I have under control. So this person is like, well, you know, I can focus on that. You know, it's a safe space for me to think. it's not unknown, it's not risky. Whereas perhaps right now they're feeling this push, because I am picking up on that, this Four of Swords, they're getting ready to rise up, acting like it's now or never. You know, they're maybe feeling like, well, that's scary. That is scary. You know, I want to focus on what I can change, what I can control. Okay, let's... Yeah, look, stop pushing me. I need to make my own choices. And the other one that flew out was, I have a lot of sexual thoughts about you. So this person, you know, we had this sex card earlier. It is like they don't feel like they can get that kind of intimacy or sexual chemistry elsewhere. You know, they feel very, very drawn to you because you, you just bring out this side of themselves that I feel like they can't bring out with other people. For some of you, and I don't know why I'm being shown this, but I'm seeing like, you bring out maybe like a more like kinky side to them that they don't feel comfortable showing other people, or maybe they just feel more confident in the bedroom with you, like they haven't really felt like they could maybe be themselves or share, you know, what it is that turns them on or excites them. So there's like this level of vulnerability and intimacy in this connection that this person really does value. Okay, I want to look into like Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to keep this spread on the table, but I do want to see, you know, what can we expect with Mercury retrograde, you know, what changes are going to take place. Now for this, I am going to use a new deck. I'm going to use my Morgan Greer Tarot. So we'll use this just to get a few messages, because obviously today is the day that Mercury goes retrograde. We've been in the shadow period for the last kind of like week and a bit. So let us now see over these next 3 weeks whilst Mercury is retrograde, what can we expect to see in this situation? Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, and King of Swords. Okay, so there is like a sense of restriction here with this Nine of Swords. Now, for me, and I don't know why I'm even bringing this up, you'll have to bear with me because I'll try not to ramble here, but I might. You know, when I read tarot, I see the major arcana as very important events, like really fixed energy, you know, something which we can't really avoid, like a big change unfolding in our lives. And I see minor arcana as like those everyday shifts, you know, the energy which is, we can kind of control, you know. It's like if I see the Nine of Swords, I'm like, okay, well, there's the potential here to be anxious, but I can choose not to be anxious. Minor arcanas are like, we have the power to maybe change that, whereas sometimes, personally, I read major arcana as, you know, that's a big event unfolding in our lives, like an energy which is staying with us for a period of time, and we, sorry, I've lost my train of thought, and we kind of can't necessarily change or influence that energy as much. So if you get like the Devil, I'd say right now you're working through some attachment issues. But you know, the Nine of Swords, it's like you're worrying about things, but you don't have to worry about things. This is something which you have the power to change or control. Exactly like I said earlier, focus on your mindset, you know, focus on shifting your mindset. Get yourself out of this stuck energy. You know, it is very much, it sounds really, really harsh, but it's a choice to stay in that place. And I know those of you who are there, it doesn't feel like a choice. You know, when I battled with anxiety a lot, kind of growing up, and at the time when you feel that panic and you feel like you're stuck, it definitely does not feel like you're choosing that. But once you kind of learn how to use affirmations and shift your mindset by visualizing things and meditating, clearing your energy, you realize just how much power and control you do have. It doesn't mean that those anxious thoughts aren't going to, you know, come into your headspace. It means that you have some kind of tools to help you create a shift. You know, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. You know, we all have those moments, but it's definitely like you have the power to shift yourself out of that quicker rather than, you know, focusing on that anxiety and letting it build up. So Mercury retrograde is going to be a really important opportunity for you to shift your mindset from fear to abundance. Literally every single day when you wake up, stand in front of a mirror and repeat some affirmations, and I promise you, by the end of Mercury retrograde, you will have created such a powerful change. My friend JJ, who ended up being my business partner, but this was before we had a business together, you know, she did like a 10-day transformation with me, which she was trialing at the time. She said, I want to launch this program. Can I practice on you? And I was like, yeah, sure. Because at the same time, I was really, really struggling with, you know, my mental health. And in 10 days, I kid you not, I had completely shifted my whole mindset. I went from being very like obsessive and controlling in like areas of my life and relationships, you know, where I was overthinking things and worrying, to like a place of actually, you know, I deserve this. You know, I really improved my self-worth, and I started to view my relationships differently. I was, you know, less anxious, which meant that I was less controlling and obsessive, and, you know, I could just basically be healthier as well. You know, I was a healthier person to be with. So, you know, I'm only saying that because if you can commit to using affirmations for these, you know, next couple of weeks, I can guarantee things are going to change for you. Now, this King of Swords, it is this person here wanting to communicate. The King of Swords, you know, swords is all about words, about intellect, about communication, and here they are. But it seems like this King of Swords is watching and waiting for this shift to take place within you, where you free yourself of these restrictions, these mental restrictions, and shift yourself to this place of, I'm happy, I'm content, I'm fulfilled. Once you have found this happiness, I feel like this King of Swords is going to emerge from the bushes. This person is going to be coming into your life. Now, this could be an air sign, does not have to be. We also had the King of Cups earlier, so we've got air and water, but do not get hung up on the signs at all. So let's see. Mercury retrograde. Knight of Rods. Okay. So we have this Knight of Rods moving towards the King of Rods with the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, interestingly, this Knight of Rods is someone who has been adventurous. It feels like many of you are connecting with someone. Now, these could be two different people as well. I am picking up on that. Like, there might be a couple of people trying to get your attention during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is the time where exes pop up from our past. And I don't just mean, like, your last relationship. I mean, like, your high school relationships. Like, people who you just have not heard from in years and years. Like, Mercury retrograde last year, at the start of last year, you know, someone popped up to me who I actually hadn't spoken to since I was 12 years old. And I was like, this is so weird. You know, this could only happen during a Mercury retrograde. So there might be a few people, and even like old friends who want to reconnect with you. But in particular, I'm picking up on this energy of someone who has grown up a lot. I feel like this Knight and this King is the same energy. It's someone who has matured. You know, this person maybe like left to go on adventures, was very youthful, wanted to explore the world and learn things. And I'm not going to lie to you, maybe even explore other relationships. This person has maybe even, you know, like looked elsewhere to try and detach from you because it was so overwhelming. But this King of Rods, they've realised here that actually the only direction they want to look in is towards you. Like, look, the Knight of Rods is looking that way and the King of Rods is looking that way, straight at you guys, straight, you know, I even put the Divine Feminine on the left. So this is someone who has tried to look away from you, tried to look at other options. Now, other options could be other people, but it does not have to be. So please don't get triggered if that's not your situation. You know best. You know, this is a collective reading at the end of the day. But maybe they were looking at other options in terms of focusing on work. You know, like I said before, this person might have been like, well, this is too much to handle right now. I'm going to, you know, focus on my career. I'm going to focus on buying a house or improving my finances or starting a business. You know, this person just wanted to look at what other options they had in their life to try and detach from this connection. Like I said, they wanted to go off and explore, be youthful and be free, especially if there was control issues here. You know, honestly, it's important to know when, you know, you are accountable for something as well, like responsible for something. Like, hold yourself accountable for your actions and behavior. You know, it's very easy to say, oh, well, this person left to go and, you know, do other things. They didn't want to commit. Well, maybe you weren't ready for that commitment. You know, maybe you were pushing this person away by being too controlling. You know, it's something that we have to hold ourselves accountable for. And this isn't a blame game. It's not saying like, oh, well, this is your fault or this is your fault. It's saying, you know, we all need to accept some kind of responsibility for the situation. You know, it doesn't mean get stuck on it. Don't overthink it. Just acknowledge where, you know, your behavior has maybe influenced something. And then once you've acknowledged that and accepted it, you can then start to change it. You can then make sure that you don't act in that same way again, because you've accepted, you know, where you should be held accountable for something. And once you hold yourself accountable for your actions, you can then start to feel something and then think and then act. You know, you add in that extra step where you have that thinking process where you feel something and you don't act immediately, but you start to think about, well, how do I want to act? And then you act in the way that you chose to act. It's about having this control over your actions and reactions. So this person who has been exploring other aspects of their life is now looking at you, is now looking directly at you. In yesterday's live on Sacred Space, I kept picking up on this person who is watching from a distance right now. If you haven't watched that video, I'd really recommend it. It is it's a video from yesterday on Sacred Space in the Spirit section. It's the giveaway reading as well, because we did our giveaway yesterday. But I definitely check that out, because I kept picking up on this person who is watching, who is waiting for the right time, but it really is now or never. In fact, this card came out yesterday, and this card, both of them did, and it was asking you to basically prepare. You know, I feel like this person is planning something big. You know, whatever other areas of their life they've been focusing on, look what came out, the Ten of Pentacles. It's the time for them to settle down. That's how this person feels. It is like, I want to settle down. Look, the Death card on the bottom. This person maybe, you thought they were gone. Like, maybe this Death card, there was a huge ending here, like a big chapter of closure. I don't know why I need to take such a deep breath as I said that. You know, it just felt like a big relief in a way, like that cycle actually ended, even if it did cause a separation, even if it felt painful for you. But now with this Ten of Pentacles, there's going to be this like long-term commitment. Now with two kings here, it might be, well, I suppose we have three kings really, but it might be that there's a couple of people for you to choose from. You know, maybe someone comes back, but then maybe there's someone new here. You know, your situation is going to be unique, you know, so take which parts resonate. But this Ten of Pentacles in particular, I just feel like this person who left, this is the one who is wanting this long-term commitment right now. This Ten of Pentacles, this is like marriage, a stable relationship. Yeah, look, this is a person who's been working hard. Your Divine Masculine who's been focusing on work, on finances and career. They're now thinking about this Ten of Pentacles, thinking about, you know, well, how do I make this come back together? Is it even going to happen? How likely is it to happen? Let's get a couple more. There we go. Knight of Pentacles. Right, this person's been away for a long time. Even if you've been in like communication with them, this person has been looking elsewhere, so looking in the other direction for quite some time. Maybe even not doing anything. Maybe this person literally like disconnected from you and was just like looking at their life and not even doing anything with it, but just like not wanting to focus on their relationship with you. This Knight of Pentacles, like this person, like I said, they've been away for a long time. They've been really kind of like slow, like it's felt slow. But you know, I do feel like this big shift coming here. And we have the Four of Swords on the bottom. So yeah, you know, this person who's been resting and a little bit withdrawn, like they are They are starting to plan this way to come back in. This Knight of Pentacles, it's someone who, yeah, has definitely been focusing on finances, career, you know, their work situation, but it's also someone who has been wanting to provide something stable for you as well. You know, this person's been working on their pentacles, on their stability and security. Look, this Eight of Pentacles, like this person's been working so hard on something, and I feel like that is what they wanted to give you, but now they're like, is it too late? How long has it taken me to build this? You know, I don't know if it's something that my divine feminine still wants here. So that's their mindset. You know, it doesn't matter how you actually think or feel, that is how they are thinking, you are thinking, if that makes sense. Now we have the Sun card. Now this is actually like the card of the twins, so it is really interesting here. In fact, I actually want to read the Sun card from the little booklet that comes. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever looked at this. So number 19, we have the Sun. Warmth and sincerity in a relationship. Liberation from limitation. So those control issues, this is liberation from these, you know, this controlling situation. Growth and expansion. So, you know, Spirit really is saying there is going to be this warmth and sincerity in this situation in your love life. You know, we have the love, romance and soulmates. Absolutely, yes. Commitment, we have the Four of Wands. So many indications that it is going to, you know, work out okay. That it is going to, you know, be more harmonious and balanced. Now, I don't know why it feels like a stalemate right now. It feels like these two are preparing to reconnect, but there's some maybe trust issues to overcome. Oh yeah, one thing I did want to say, even if you've been in communication regularly with this person, they might have been feeling quite distant for some time. So it doesn't matter if you've, you know, not spoken to them for ages or if you've spoken to them every day. It's about their emotional distance, you know, where they've been focusing on. So perhaps this person has just been focused on other things for a long time, even if you've been in that regular communication. Now with this Six of Wands, I want to put that there actually. Look, it's this peace offer which is coming your way. This person is like, that's them on that travelator. They're not looking left, they're not looking right because they can't. They're literally looking straight ahead because that is the only direction they can move in right now. They have basically like been put on this accelerated path towards you. Six of Cups on the bottom, guys. You really can't make this reading up. You know, this person here is definitely planning to return to you, or if this is like a new soulmate, this person is coming towards you because they're on this travelator coming directly for you. I am feeling a few energies, but you know, this is because it's going to depend for different people, but someone here is attracting a new soulmate and others are attracting this person from the past, and some of you are attracting both, and there's going to be a decision to make, and it's because of your alignment. It's because of what you you know, it's because of what you're giving out to the universe. Okay, let me get one more. The Devil. Interesting how when I was talking about minor and major arcana earlier, and I used the Devil as an example, and I think that's because the overall energy right now, in fact, apart from the Sun, so these are our only two major arcanas out. The overall theme which we are working through as a collective right now is control issues. It's attachments, releasing attachments, bringing the focus back to ourselves. You know, this flame on top of this Devil in this deck, you know, that's just reminding me of this twin flame energy where you have to be shining your own light. You can't be relying on this other person to bring you light. You have to find your own inner fire, releasing those attachments and burdens in order to have this happy and harmonious relationship. So right now, this is coming, you know, this Sun card. With the Sun and the Devil, the overall energy is literally to work through the attachments you have in order to be in this happy and harmonious relationship. And with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom, you know, it's like this ship is coming in, but first of all, you have to find a way to balance this connection. You have to find a way to balance your life and this situation. Okay, I'm just going to get some messages from this person's higher self for you. So let's see what their higher self wants you to know. We have their very 3D messages with my blunt truth cards. So yeah, they don't want to be pushed and they want to focus on work. but their higher self is saying, look, come home, baby. So, you know, it's like I said, you know, before, when I said this person, you might see signs like I'm coming home, because they do. They want you to come home to them. Too many. Let me just get one or two more from this deck. There we go. The best is yet to come, and I will dance with you forever in this life. I love that. So yeah, the higher self wants you to know that they are on their way home. They want you to be with them as well. They want this just as much as you do. The best is yet to come. And they're still on this journey with you, even if you can't quite see it in the 3D right now. But it is important that you follow the advice. You know, you can't watch these readings and just expect these things to happen. We have to follow the guidance and make those changes. So if you have that negative mindset, you need to shift that. You need to accept responsibility for your own mindset, and you need to create that change within yourself. You know, find alignment. Once you find your alignment, you will attract romance, whether it's this person or whether it's someone new who is, you know, gonna make you so happy. Either way, it does come down to you following that guidance and releasing control, finding your surrender, and that mindset. You're focused on your mindset. Guys, I'm not going to get much more for this. I might get some more Spirit Says cards in a second. So there's a comment there saying, I just saw the song I'm Coming Home. And that's really freaky, because I was hearing that song on repeat all the time, like on radio channels and stuff, like a few months ago. So there's definitely something big shifting collectively. Now, I do just want to mention that you guys might have noticed I've started doing some morning messages. I hope you're enjoying them. So, you know, I'm going to continue to do those. I'm finding them, like, I don't know, really interesting to do. Like, I like just getting some guidance for the day, seeing what energy there is for the day, what we need to focus on, and keeping it really general. And I think it's important that we don't just focus on love and relationships, but we do just, you know, see what we need to hear generally as a collective, because it's quite easy to watch these readings and lose focus on those other areas. So I hope you guys are enjoying those morning messages. If you are, don't forget to like them and comment on them. And also, you know, if you do enjoy my channel, please like this video, comment on this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe, because, you know, the more support you guys show, the more content I can provide. Thank you so much for that donation as well, Michelle. That is really, really appreciated. So I'm not doing personal readings in this. You know, these are just general readings. If you want a personal reading, please book an Instagram reading with me. On the Sunday, so tomorrow, I upload all my Instagram story readings for the week, because you guys kept saying you kept missing out on them because they were going out of stock too quickly. So on the Sunday, I will upload enough Instagram story readings for me to do for that week. So it might take a few more days for you to get yours, but it just means that hopefully you will have an opportunity to buy them. Let us just get some messages from the angels. So we're just going to see, you know, what it is that Spirit has to say. Is any kind of closing messages right now? Live in the now. So you're literally being guided to live in the present moment, to bring yourself back to the current moment. Stop worrying about the past. Stop worrying about the future. Stop asking questions like, you know, maybe like time related ones, like when will things happen, or why are things happening, why are things not happening. You know, instead bring yourself back to the present moment, because that is where you're going to be happy. You cannot be happy in the future, you have to be happy in the now. Let's get one more. Delicate approach needed. Yeah, so, you know, you are being guided to live in the now and make sure that you do you know, work through what you need to work through. This situation, it does need a delicate approach. There's, you know, so much. Whenever there's a relationship with another person, we have to have a delicate approach, because there's someone else involved. It's not just about us, it's about another person. We have to find that compromise. We have to understand their perspective, or try to understand their perspective. So, you know, live in the now. Make sure that you have this delicate approach. Stop trying to control things. If you try to control things, I can guarantee you're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel anxious, maybe even depressed. Like, it's going to make you feel so much worse, because you're trying to control something which honestly cannot be controlled, because you cannot control another person and you cannot control a relationship. Instead, it's just going to build these walls, this resistance, which becomes incredibly frustrating. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was really interesting energy coming through today. So yeah, let's see what happens next. But Mercury retrograde is bound to be very, very exciting. I will see you guys back here next Saturday for another live. I will, put the thing on YouTube, basically the schedule of the live, so you guys can check out what time. Again, I can't set a specific time just yet because I'm still trying to work out what times work best with everyone around the world. So thank you for those of you who let me know what time zone you're from. That does help us, with our research on this side. So thank you for that. It's really appreciated. Okay, I think I'm just rambling now. So hope you guys have a lovely weekend and you enjoy this morning's message. If you've not seen that yet, do check it out. And my next one will be on Monday. So the one for today is kind of for the weekend because I would like Sundays off. And then on Monday, that'll be the next morning message. And I also have a pick a card next week, which you guys have voted for. There is still time to vote. I've not recorded that yet. So if you head to the community section on my page, you can vote for the pick a card you want to see next week. I think at the moment we have singles, what's coming next in love. I think that is the winning one. But if you guys want something else, then you need to let me know, because I'm going to record whatever it is you want to see. So I need that communication from you guys. I need you to tell me what it is you want to see on this channel so that I can provide that amazing content for you. So do let me know. And yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, check me out at twinflameguidance555. And if you want any of these decks, I'm going to post the link in the description box right after this reading. So yeah, hope you have a wonderful weekend, guys, and I'll see you back here soon.